Hello and welcome to another episode of Behind the Diagnosis. Thank you for being here, whether you've been following our journey or you're just joining us today. This is a space where real stories are shared honestly and without filters, from rare conditions to life-changing health experiences. And today, we are having an important and eye-opening conversation. We focus on a rare condition known as Behçet's syndrome, a condition we have not explored before on this platform. But beyond that, we also look at what it means to live with multiple chronic illnesses at the same time. And to help us understand Behçet's syndrome and what it means to live with multiple chronic illnesses, we get to hear from our specialist.
Behçet is an autoimmune disease that presents typically with recurrent ulcers. So ulcers you get in your private parts, ulcers in the mouth. Apart from that, they can get skin lesions, joint pain, and also fatigue. For a patient who also had fibromyalgia, so people know what is fibromyalgia. So fibromyalgia is a bit different than Behçet. So fibro is a disease of a pain disorder. So what the science is that what's supposed to be small pain, the body amplifies it, becomes big pain.
Wow. Thank you, Daktari, for that insight. Now that we have a medical understanding, we turn to the lived experience, because that is where the story truly unfolds. And joining us today is Marvel Mwangi. So have me welcome her to the show today. Karibu sana, Marvel.
Hi.
It's good to have you.
Thank you.
Yes. Please introduce yourself well to our audience.
Hi, I'm Marvel Mwangi. I'm happy to be here. We have been planning for long to have this interview. I'm happy to be on this side of the seat. It's an honor to finally meet you. Yeah.
Wow. That's good. So we are here because of what you have been through, the many conditions. But we will start with the first one that you are diagnosed with. Yeah. So just take us through that journey before and what led to the diagnosis.
My journey has not been easy as any other person with chronic illness, as we all say. My mom used to explain the story to me when she had me, and she used to say it was not easy as her first pregnancy. And she told me, as I explained to you the message, when she had me, she said that I was dead. The doctors had said I was dead in the womb, but she prayed and said that my daughter is not dead. My child is not dead. And I was born and I had issues. So sometimes when I'm angry, I used to think maybe I was not supposed to be born because the doctors presumed I was already dead in the womb. So maybe if my mom had just not wished I was alive, I would not be suffering as I say. I used to have some symptoms of Behçet's, but I never used to understand it was Behçet's until what my ophthalmologist said, maybe it's Behçet's, but we brushed it off. Then my gastrologist at Aga Khan was done some tests, and then after that I went abroad. They did some tests. I was diagnosed with Behçet's syndrome. Then I went through the journey. And with Behçet's, you get through symptoms of sores. It affects every part of the body. You get migraines, you get lesions from the mouth to the inside the throat, to down there, to stomach sores, to every part, to skin sores. At first, they think it's lupus, but it's not. It's very different to get a lot of brain fog. So when it came, I was having difficulties remembering some things. And as a person, I think because I didn't know what it was and I had many symptoms, when I was diagnosed, I was happy and sad at the same time. Happy because finally I know what it is, but sad because this is a new disease. So when I got diagnosed, before the diagnosis, we used to think this girl is sort of pretending. I used to be called a weakling. I used to be called all those sort of things. I spent my childhood either in hospital or at home. So I grew up knowing all Disney songs or Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah.
If you name a child a cartoon or theme song of any show, I'll ace it. So when we were playing those games with my sisters, I'll ace it. We were playing it, I will ace it because I know all of them.
Yeah.
All Afro cinemas, I watched all of them because I was mostly at home or in hospitals. I even joke sometimes I can vie for MCA in hospital because they all know me there. So, so I grew. That's how I grew up, and at school because I feel like because in Africa, though, I still advocate for it. I feel like people who should really, really understand people are teachers after parents, because a parent says goodbye to their kids when they go to school. You don't know how your child is. So the teachers are like the second parents, but you treat that child as if, because that's not your child, you treat them so badly. That time I'm sick. When I didn't understand that's brain fog at that time. I'm 8, I'm 10, I'm 11. I'm like, I read that thing yesterday night, but right now I can't remember anything. And other times I could remember, other times I couldn't. And when we did the IQ test, my IQ is very good, but that sometimes I couldn't remember anything.
Yeah.
Other times I could pass this test, other times I failed. But not because I was dumb, but because I had that brain fog.
Yeah.
And I used to be hit so badly. I remember there's a time a student said the same answer, but I didn't know that student said the same answer because my brain had not
Registered.
understood that was the same answer, and was hit so badly. And I hated that teacher. And I grew up hating sciences because, not because I couldn't understand it, but because the teachers used to hit me badly. And I took a hating into biology specifically. But I used to like the calculating part, so I didn't hate the physics part. But the biology, I hated it. So people will be like, with your disease, you can become a doctor. I was like, no. So when I got diagnosed, I didn't really accept it at first. Took some time. It's only now that I've become more aware of it, and I can advocate about it.
Yeah.
But because I was told because of this disease, as it opened a tunnel for more chronic illnesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old were you when you were diagnosed?
I was 14.
Yeah. But before by age 14, you had been sick
I'll
throughout
be sick.
growing up.
The whole time.
Okay. Wow. And now what followed? Because I understand there are other illnesses, and you're saying that having the shed, it opened up for other illnesses.
Yeah.
Which one was the second?
So I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia, then myasthenia gravis, then others followed. And I got into depression, went into psychosis, got diagnosed with schizoaffective. So I was in a really, really bad place. So, and right now I can say this year I've really been not in a good place because I joined work, but then I didn't go to work because I was not in a good place mentally. So I was increased meds because I was not really in a good place.
Okay.
So I was just down because I got diagnosed with Addison's. My sugar was going fast with the steroids. Sugar makes you makes the sugar go up. But then because of the meds, the sugar and the cortisol levels are going down. Then all of a sudden the sugars are going down again. So I was confused, sugar going up, sugar going down.
Yeah.
But then recently the sugar went stable. But now the middle of the night, because of the cortisol, the sugars are going down.
Okay.
So I have to be careful. When the sugar goes, I can go into a coma. So, and it's in the middle of the night when you go to sleep. Luckily for me, I don't know how I'm able to know. I don't know. And then with the status, as you can see, I'm usually awake that night.
Yeah.
The middle of the night. So I wake up, I check my sugar, stool, check something quickly. I ate. I take like crisp or something. I ate. It's good. Yeah, I sleep. But I was just in a bad place.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing my therapist for that, my psychologist for that. But I was just not really in a good place. When you get diagnosed with a new thing, you just feel like you are a guinea pig for chronic illness. You feel like, what else am I supposed to endure? And then people have this notion that because you have endured all that, they see you as this super girl, but you're really not. And they say you're strong. You don't like the word strong because you're persevering.
Yeah.
But you're still human.
Yeah.
You're not really made of metal. You're still human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with all this, how did it impact your life? Because I know this is not a small thing, even as you're saying.
Okay. In terms of, I'm going to divide it into three.
Okay.
In terms of like the part of education, I did a GCSE, so I didn't get to finish my A levels because I was missing school. Like everything was so hard for me. I finished my degree at USIU, which was really, really, really difficult for me. I'm not gonna lie. I had USIU is a very great university for people with chronic illness and disability. I can acknowledge that, and I really, really praise them for that. The other section is social life. In terms of social life, I'm not gonna lie, you don't get that social life that you want. Let me just say it clearly. You won't get that social life that a normal person gets.
Yeah.
That social life of going this weekend out, that weekend out, just forget it. Because they have that energy that you won't get.
Yeah.
My sisters are able to say, hey, I'm going out this weekend, I'm going out today. If I go out 3 days consecutively, the next 1 week I'll be in bed.
Yeah.
Bed rest, compulsory. So like even going to school 3 days consecutively is like a plus for me. I'm even so happy. If I get to plan going out and I get to go out, I feel so happy. You can even, my family, I'm actually smiling like tears to them, like, I went out, I did this. I'm even showing pictures to my mom and dad. Can you see it? And then hiding the part where I sort of took something I'm supposed to take, but I am smiling like I went out, because it's something that you don't get to do because you plan and then you get sick. So even if you don't, and then you lose friends, not because they die, God forbid, it's because they don't understand you. People think you are sort of pitching yourself, you're sort of too much, if I should use that word. Like too much baggage. She's like, she's extra, and it hurts because you're human. Friends will leave you. Oh my God, they will leave you today, tomorrow, and people will leave you even next week and next year. Just have that at the back of your head. So a friend left me last week, and I was like, cool, I will not beg you. I will not. And it's a person who's going through therapy as well. And double standards is what I say. You go through therapy, so you should be expecting people to understand. You expect people to understand you, yet you don't understand people. So friends will leave you. And I have bladder incontinence. So I do, as a Gen Z, it really hurts me. As people who have bladder, it affects older people. So as a young person, it really hurts me because I had an incident when I was at USIU, I think second year, third year. And the professor who understood me became so close. I haven't talked to her in a while. I forgot to wear what I was supposed to wear, and it leaked. But it's at that time, because I got recently diagnosed that time, I was really, really ashamed of it. Let me just say it, because I was supposed to wear diapers, So you get ashamed of it that time, because if I don't wear it, and for long distance, I'm the one who's going to leak and be more ashamed of it. But now at least if it's short distance, I'm able to like hold it, So long time ago, I used to be ashamed of it. Right now, I'm not really ashamed of it, because at the end of the day, it's my body.
So can you feel it when it's coming out? Or
I sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But I just can't hold it for long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love water, so I just can't say I won't take water.
Yeah.
When I was recently, I used to say I won't take water, but now I love water. And and my whole family knows when it comes to water, I love water. Yeah.
And your body needs it anyway.
And my body needs it.
Yeah.
My body really, really needs it. And the last section is family. In terms of family, my direct family is my sisters, like I'm the firstborn. My parents still have issues here and there because they're caregivers, Sometimes they think this is the right path. Sometimes they forget I'm going through it. And sometimes we'll argue, but then they'll come to understand. There'll be conflicts here and there, whether you are normal or not. So we try to talk through it. And that time you are below 18, they'll think, I'm the adult. But now when you're above 18, we can talk through it.
Yeah.
And with your sisters, no sisters are sisters. Yeah, so extended families, extended cousins are cousins.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's the impact. These are quite major conditions. So I'm just wondering if there is a flare up for fibromyalgia. Will you tell it? Are they so different? Is it so different from Behçet's? Is it so different from myasthenia gravis? Like, how do you know which doctor to see at any particular point?
Okay, that thing usually confuses me, I'm not gonna lie. Because they may have different symptoms, but they also have similar symptoms.
Okay.
Because they all have like migraines. So you're like, is this a migraine for fibromyalgia? Or is this a migraine for Behçet's? But fibromyalgia and Behçet's is under one doctor. So I call the same doctor. And if it's Behçet's, I just take something for it. But if it persists, I'll call my doctor. You see? So I just have to know what to, if it persists. And then after years of having it, become your own doctor.
Okay.
So when you're new, of course, you'll be calling your doctor. But it's best to know, like, what I can tell for people who are new to it, you research on it. Don't do Google, please. Don't do Wikipedia. Wikipedia, they'll tell you, so chest pain, you have cancer. Don't do that. Do the right sites. AI has really helped people. Go to care groups. Look for people who have that.
Yeah.
And go to the one person. When you talk to different people, now look for the one person you've connected with. And then now be talking to that one person. And then now when you have those symptoms, now you be connect. Now you know how to familiarize yourself with that. So when you have that, like when you have questions like, hey, I have this headache, what do I do with it? No, not every time you call your doctor. Because for me, because that time I was new to it and I didn't have anyone to talk with, I used to call my doctor.
Okay.
But now these days, at least we have people. And then loopers, at least I came to realize loopers, you have quite a number of people. Beshets, we don't really. My senior, we have. But Beshets, we don't really have many people.
Yeah.
So I have to call my doctor. But my senior, we have. And my senior is all about control. If you control, unless you have a flare-up, you control it. It's all about controlling. If you manage it, actually all chronic illnesses, if you manage it, unless you have a flare-up, it's good. You just control it with your meds. Just eat well. And that thing about that, just don't stress yourself, because people will be like, you've grown big, and sometimes it's just about meds that make you grow big. Like for me, you people will be thinking, I posted like a TikTok video, someone commented, Kula bog. If you hate yourself, you feel bad.
Yeah.
That means eat cabbage.
Yeah.
But there's someone who's not even allowed to eat cabbage, by the way. But anyway, me, it's because of the meds that make me grow big.
Yeah.
And I can't stop the meds.
Yeah.
So I used 3 years ago, I used to be 40 something kg, then boom.
Yeah.
And I can't do anything about it.
About
I used to eat junk food so much and never grew. That's how my body is. But they introduced these meds and I can't stop it.
Yeah.
So I even stopped eating the things that I love, because not because they make me grow, because I thought they'll make me grow bigger. So I eat the right things, but I can't stop the meds, and the meds make me grow bigger. So you feel bad about yourself, but it's not your fault.
Yeah.
So just be stress-free. Stress, it even makes you sicker. Sometimes it's not even the disease itself that can even kill you. You even find it's the stress.
Yeah.
So I tell people, just avoid the stress. If that friend has pissed you off, if your fight with the mom has pissed you off, just avoid the stress. Because that normal friend would fight with you. Go out, have fun. You'll remain in the house, have that migraine, have that lupus flare up, end up in ICU. That friend will move on, be happy, you'll be sick. So just avoid that stress. Block that friend. Look for things that make you happy. My happiness lies in different things. Another chronic illness person, happiness lies in maybe coloring, going for walks. Mine is watching. As you know, I like watching different diversity. I watch Japanese, Korean, Filipino. I like things that entertain me, different languages, because I like language. I like just learning different languages, and I don't like romance. I just find romance to be an ick for me, because I like things that's outside romance. So I watch things that make me happy.
Yeah.
Documentaries,
Yeah.
So I'm just watching. My mom is like, you always watch. I'm like, yeah, it makes me happy.
Yeah.
Reading novels. I read from my phone, but now because of my eyes, I've been now buying hard copies, which is more pricey, but it's okay.
Yeah.
And find things that make you happy. If that's making you stress-free and making you not have migraines, making you not take less painkillers, do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there a moment where you sometimes forget, or how do you keep tabs and make sure that you are on point?
So I've always been under care, and because I want to go back abroad, my dad has always been the one to give me meds. If my dad travels, it's my sister. Recently, I was under a nurse, and then after that, I've been the one to give myself meds. I installed an app, and then after I put a lot of alarms, and then I had a Samsung Notes to list all my meds, like a box to tick. Yeah, and so the first days it was hard. I had to keep an alarm and everything because I have to take morning meds, pre-morning meds before breakfast, and then breakfast, then lunch, then before supper, and then supper, like that. So it was hard, but now I I'm already used to it because, as I said, I know how to do things myself. I prefer to do things myself unless like it's a little difficult for me.
Yeah.
So I even like arranging my room. It's just the way I just don't. I like the way I like to keep my own things. Now it's just the way like cleaning the floor, those typical things. So yeah, like I it's all in my phone, things
Yeah.
technology.
So yeah.
I had a smartwatch before I sold it. So I want to buy it again so I can just use it because during exams, an alarm would ring, disrupt the class. Now I wanted to like have it. Yeah. But yeah, I've been taking my meds on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good one. So at least there is something that helps you to remember.
Yeah.
Because I know it can be
It's very
it can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
So what has been the most challenging part even for you in this whole journey?
Okay, I'm a very ambitious person. So I tend to go way over my head sometimes and forget that I'm not like my sisters, I'm not normal. I'm a very opinionated person. So sometimes when I say things, I'm very unfiltered, as I should say it. So when I get ambitious, I tend to forget that I need to pause or put some brakes on it because my body can't handle it. And then when I come to remember I'm a person who is unwell, who is chronically ill, I need to pause, take a break, relax, then get back to it. It makes me sad. So I get depressed. Then I'm like, screw it. I should not even have started it. Because because I recently started like a show. Like I wrote a show on my I wrote like a whole show on my laptop, and I wanted to produce it. As I said, I'm a very ambitious person. I already know who to contact, but because I've been depressed this past 3 months, I've been having negative thoughts about it. I already have the person, the show, I already know what to do, but because you're like, what if?
Yeah.
And this chronic illness, they tend to, when you're good, this when you're okay, but when things are going your way, you get sick. So you're like, maybe I'm not supposed to do something great. That thing comes at the back of your head, and you're like, maybe I should just sit back, just stay at home. Because I am sick, you're like,
Yeah.
just stay at home.
Yeah.
Just get taken care of by my parents and just relax, because and sometimes you have this challenge of at the back of your, because with schizo sometimes you get a lot of suicidal thoughts, and then you're like, what's the point of living if you're always gonna be on meds? And as I said, I'm a very ambitious person. I always want to do things. I always want, my brain doesn't like staying idle. I don't like being, I don't like use the word useless, but just being idle. So I'm always trying to do things. So my brain is like typing things, doing things. And when I'm not able even to type, my joints are not working, or like I'm just tired. I just feel used. I don't like it. Other challenges are, Okay, I tell people, because I was doing with this psychology, we were given an assignment to do sessions with people for psychology, just to listen to them. It's okay to feel emotions because we are human, but it's the bad thing now to act on it because of those emotions. It's okay when I feel a little jealous because my sisters are going out, but now you want to do something bad because of that emotion. So you feel bad, you feel a little jealous because your sisters are going out, and I feel okay that I'm feeling those emotions because I am human. I'm like, I feel bad because I don't get to go out like my sisters. I don't have a social life. I have friends, but I don't have a social life. There's a difference. I just don't go out like my sisters. I see my sisters' Instagram story, they have gone out, and I remember the whole day I was asleep. I was like, I can tell you my dreams, but I can't tell you what I did. I can't tell you. If I post my Instagram story, maybe I post my dreams. I don't know. But I just feel like the challenges, when I listen to my sister's challenges, sometimes I wish I had those challenges, and my sister says, my challenge today, my sister's doing nursing. This boss was disturbing me. And then I tell her my challenge today. My sugar today was 2. I almost fell down the stairs. What else? What else? I'm trying to remember everything. But like, if I tell her my challenges, like, when you go to Instagram, you see people's lives, even if social media is a facade sometimes, you wish you had that life, and sometimes it pains you. Because being chronically ill every day is just painful. Like emotionally, physically, mentally, and there's nothing you can do about it but just persevere and hope that tomorrow becomes better than it was today.
So where are you right now? Because you said 3 months ago were a bit challenging, and then we go back to the sickness, the years. But now, right now, Marvel, where are you?
I'm in a better place. Better than 3 months ago, honestly speaking. I'm getting better. I'm happy because I had gone to the doctor like 2 weeks ago and things were good. So that's another plus.
Wow.
When you go to the doctor, sometimes you're scared it will be a new diagnosis or something worse. So, but things were good. So that's another plus. I'm happy we have closed school. I just get to see my baby cousins. I really love babies. I just feel like it's such a blessing. I feel like I wanted to do a lot this month. As I told you, very ambitious, and I hope I get to accomplish them. Yeah, I just I'm in a better place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good to hear that you are in a better place. And we pray that the better will continue getting better each day. Wow. What keeps you going?
What keeps me going? Because I want to accomplish things. I have a bucket list. I say I'm very ambitious. I want to do a lot in life. Apart from having grandkids, is I just want to have an office someday and just be somewhere looking back and be said and saying that even if I went through hell that time, I've accomplished all that and proving to myself, not only to the haters, but to myself, mostly to myself, that wow, Marvel, you've done all that.
Yeah.
You know, I really, really want to accomplish a lot. So I just want to accomplish a lot. And I don't want to disclose it because I don't want to jinx it. I'm very superstitious. So, but I really want to accomplish a lot.
Amen.
And I just want to be in like an office somewhere. That's it, that's that. Because I just be like, my glasses and red lipstick and just be like, where are you late? Meeting with who? You're fired. Just like that, you know. Yeah. I'm a cartoon, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We wish you well. Yeah, we wish you well, and from your lips to God's ears, may it be so.
Amen.
In Jesus' name. Amen. Wow, thank you for coming. But I would like you to just speak to one person. You see, you said you are at a better place, but there is someone who is probably watching and they are not anywhere close to a better place because of how they feel, because of how they are drained emotionally, because of the many diagnoses they've received, or maybe it is just one, but you see, they have never been diagnosed with any other condition before. So they are feeling wasted, or they're feeling that the world is crumbling down. Yes, so I just want you to, having gone through all that, you're the best person to speak to this particular person or this particular group of people. Just tell them one thing.
At first, I will not lie to you, things will be hard at first. There will be some challenges because I'll not be talking like a motivational speaker because things will be difficult, you know. Because you see me now, my 23 years, I'm speaking like this. Things were hard 3 months ago, and I've had it before. I've been having it hard before I could even learn how to stand. So things are gonna be difficult, especially the first time we get diagnosed. Even after getting diagnosed, learning how to live with it, how to manage with it, how to maneuver with it, live your life with it. But you do you. Don't let anyone tell you how to live with it. Because when I was with it, people were telling me, try this, go to pastor this, go to this. And if I tell you the number of pastors I've gone to, a lot. But after I calmed myself down, I knew how I composed myself. I was able to sit down, have a meeting with myself, and know how to maneuver with it. I accepted myself. Everything. Everything came down. I became at peace, you know, because people will be like, you know, you should try this exercise, try this diet, try this. People will give their opinions, but learn to work with what works with you, not what works with your dad. Not learn what works with Mary, what works with Anne, what works with Joseph. No, what works with you.
Okay.
Because even pregnant women have different symptoms.
Yes.
And that is why one will have natural birth and another one will have CS. Because people are different, even if they have the same. So learn what works with you. Do not feel like they are entitled to tell you what it feels, because at the end of the day, you're the one who will have that symptoms. They will tell you sorry. Oh, they'll even pray with you, but they will not feel those pain with you. So work with what works with you. And even if they'll call you all sorts of names, be hard on yourself. It's okay, I'm selfish. Oh, thank you so much. But work with yourself. Let them call all sorts of names to you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're the one who'll go through all those injections, all those prickings, all those pain. So when you get diagnosed, they may cry with you, but the diagnosis is for you.
Yeah.
So it will be painful at first.
Yeah.
But after acceptance, after learning how to cope with it, and it's gonna be hard. Oh, baby girl, it's gonna be hard. Oh, or dude, or whoever you are, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so hard. And I'm so sorry. But just take it slow, one day at a time, or 1 second or 1 minute at a time. If you're gonna sit and cry about it, let it all out. If you're gonna first be like, hey, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Okay.
And yeah, I have a podcast on my own as well.
Yeah.
On YouTube. It's called Unfiltered Human. Mwangi Marvelous. Unfiltered because we don't filter anything. We just don't talk about the good alone, we talk about the bad. Because before we reach that end of a tunnel, we go through that darkness as well. And people don't talk about that darkness.
Yeah.
They only go to the good part. They only say, can we skip to the good part? Why do you skip to the good part? Where do you tell people about the good part? Where do you skip the part where you are puking, all the hair were plucked out, And me and my mom, we came up with a NGO called Shiphrah, where we take care of the caregivers, give out diapers, wheelchairs, assisted devices. Because even with us, people with chronic illness, we're taking care of the caregivers. The caregivers, they silently cry. Even if we go through it, they silently cry. Because I know my mom, when I got diagnosed, she went to the car to cry. To cry and cry and cry and cry. And my dad, he doesn't like seeing me in pain. You see, he's the one who brought me. He's very overprotective of me. And I'm his favorite, actually. And I take advantage of it. Yes. Yes, I ask for money when it's needed, Yes. So he's like, even I'm an adult, but he'll be like, when we're in public and I've worn the sweater, but I've not zipped it up, and I am trying to shoot my shots he's like, zip. And I'm like, why? So after that, I'm like, I was talking to a son-in-law and you have come and you have destroyed everything. But yeah, so we don't talk about the caregivers enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes they wonder when they see your child unwell and they don't know why they're in this situation. And like for me, it scares me when I really, really love kids. And it scares me to think if my kids will be unwell, because it's genetics, one of my kids can get that condition. And so I was even asking my mom, is it selfish of me not to and to choose to adopt? Because I've experienced it and I cannot really want one of my kids to go through it all. Because, so yeah, caregivers should really be hard, and we fund for them, even give discounted therapies. Wow. So we ask for ideally the communication part. So recently we had a medical in Muranga, it was a Valentine event, February 14th. That time I was unwell, I didn't go for the event. But yeah, we've really grown. Yeah. You can check, it was a big event, it's on YouTube, it was on Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. That something good can still come out of pain. Yeah, that's amazing. So guys, you can follow her her channel. We will also put it on the screen so that you can support Marvel with the work that she's doing. I've watched it and she's doing an amazing job. And for anyone who wants to partner and support them with their mom, with the Shiphrah, you're also welcome to do so. We'll also share the page on the screen as well. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you.
And thank you for being part of Behind the Diagnosis and just help in creating awareness and also giving hope and encouraging those who are probably in the dark and they don't know how to get out of it, to know this is the direction Marvel went and she's conquering, so I can also conquer. That's why we are here. And I wish you well and may all your dreams come true.
Amen.
Yes, all your dreams come true.
Amen.
Yeah, there is a God in heaven and he is faithful. Amen. Sawa, let's hear from our specialist, then we will be back.
Thanks again for having me. You're doing an awesome job in highlighting the challenges our patients go through. My name is Dr. Eugene. I'm a rheumatologist based at Liberty Arthritis. So today we're going to discuss something called Behçet's. So Behçet's is a very interesting disease. Behçet's was actually a Turkish name. And actually the first person to describe Behçet's was a Turkish doctor, a dermatologist. And if you look at the distribution of Behçet's, it's very rare this part of the world. So it starts from we used to call the Silk Road, from China to India, Arabia, all the way to Turkey. So these are most of the Behçet's people are. So we rarely see this part of the world, to be honest. So in terms of what is Behçet's, so Behçet's is an autoimmune disease that presents typically with recurrent ulcers. So ulcers you get in your private parts, ulcers in the mouth. Apart from that, they can get skin lesions, joint pain, and also fatigue. For our patient who also had fibromyalgia, so people know what is fibromyalgia. So fibromyalgia is a bit different than Behçet's. So fibro is a disease it's a pain disorder. So what the science is that what's supposed to be small pain, the body amplifies it, becomes big pain. So what would be simple as small is amplified. So in terms of presentation, apart from pain, there's fatigue, there's sleep problems. You can get something called IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome. So what that is that you have altered bowel function. So there's constipation, another day is normal, another day is low stool. You get a bit of gas, you get a bit of acidity. And the people who have been seen by the gastro and have been done so many endoscopies and they're always normal. So eventually when you do the proper diagnosis, they have something called fibromyalgia. Apart from that, they get numbness also. And sometimes they get something called restless leg syndrome. So for when you have all these comorbidities in one particular patient, it's tough, especially for our patient Marvel, who is young, and she got it from a young age. So psychologically, it's tough because you're in the hospital all the time. There's a bit of blood tests, there's a lot of medicine, treatment, and all that. So it becomes a bit of a challenge. And psychological can affect the patient. Also, the multiple pills that they're taking also can be there. But also one of the things that the symptoms are very frustrating because the fatigue doesn't wear off tomorrow. So these are people who really need a lot of social support, as well as even counseling and mental support, because that particular time is a very difficult period for those particular patients. In terms of how to diagnose Behçet's, Behçet's is what's challenging is that there's no test for Behçet's. There's a genetic test we can do, but in this part of the world may not apply that much. But in the Caucasian population, you can actually do it there. Here, what you normally do is, for me, I usually inquire from the patients if they have any Caucasian blood in their history, or even Arab blood. And sometimes you get surprised and they tell you, "Baby, my shosho was a mzungu," or "my shosho was very white," or had very thin hair or curly hair. So it tells that potentially there may be some mixed race that the patients have. And they'll tell you, or even one patient told you that in our family, with a number of people with blue eyes. So that one tells that possibly some sort of a gene transfer that has happened, either intermarrying or something happened in the olden days. So apart from that, in terms of diagnosis, usually symptoms. The ulcers, mouth, private parts. On the skin, they get something called erythema nodosum. You get like bumps on the skin that are painful, pimples. Then they flatten and they leave a very black mark there. Usually commonly seen in the legs, sometimes the thighs, sometimes the tummy. Apart from that also, they may get stomach symptoms, altered bile habits, sometimes loose stool. They get fevers, they get fatigue, they get weight loss. But it's more of a clinical diagnosis rather than what a lab per se diagnosis. So once the diagnosis is made, what are the options for the patient? So the first thing is education. I think education is very important because these are very rare diseases, and some of the questions which may never have answers for is why me, why now, what happens next. But if you're able to educate the patients well and tell them it's a disease that can be managed for some time, you'll be okay and all that, actually patients have to do well. At least reassure them, giving them confidence that actually on the right path. Number two is now medicine. So we have anti-inflammatories, which are used in the short term, such as general painkillers for the pains, aches and pains and there. But long term now is where we're well a bit on. So we have a role, we call them disease modifying therapy. So we have drugs like azathioprine, methotrexate, mycophenolate, they can be used there. Apart from that, in very advanced stages, we can use things like biologics. We have things like, they're called TNF inhibitors, Simponi, golimumab, then called apremilast can actually be used there. And actually from the reviews that we've used them and also from abroad, they have more experience than us with this particular patient actually doing well. For our patient, during her treatment, she was diagnosed with something called myasthenia gravis. So myasthenia gravis is also autoimmune. And the challenge we have with autoimmune is that they share the same gene pool. So when they share the same gene pool, it means you can get 1, 2, sometimes even up to 4 in one patient, which is very unfortunate. But also, it means that also in the family tree, I've seen a family whereby the son has a type 1 diabetes, which is autoimmune. Somebody had myasthenia, now a person had lupus, now a person has chocolate. It's just the same particular gene pool. So I think something going forward would be know your genetics. Where are you from? What are some of the things that are common in that particular area? So for myasthenia gravis, the science is that you get a lot of fatigue. And the fatigue is because the power, the generator that causes the muscle contraction, the power diminishes over time. So there's some antibodies, the body attacks that particular generator. So it starts working at 100%, but as time progresses, it stops working. So it declines. Then eventually you get the fatigue. So some of these you can present that the patient will tell you that I may start doing like 1,000 steps, but by the time I'm getting to step 500, I'm feeling that I'm not able to complete. But then with 700 steps, it's more of exertional fatigue that comes with it. Apart from that, can also present with eye issues, get drooping of the eyelid. That can also come with the myasthenia. Apart from that, also, if you do like pictures of the chest, there's something called the thymus. It can actually be enlarged, and that's where the source of the problem is. So then you're actually forced to do what? To remove it. The interesting thing is that some of the medicines that you use for myasthenia overlap with Behçet's, from the methotrexate, the azathioprine, even the biologics. So sometimes, because I know there are very many, but sometimes it's a blessing because sometimes you just overlap the medicines and the patient actually does well. Thanks for that question for diagnosis. Diagnosis is a bit of a challenge for Behçet's, to be honest, because when somebody has recurrent ulcers in the mouth, recurrent ulcers in the private parts, and we come from Africa, unfortunately, the first thing people think about are STDs, the herpes simplex, and sometimes people are a bit shy to discuss some of these things in front of people. And sometimes that shyness is a challenge because by the time the patient is coming to you, they have a lot of complications. So if you're having recurrent ulcers, joint pain, skin lesions, that nobody makes sense, think of Behçet's. And like I said, the major issue is because a lot of it is more infection related in this part of the world. That's where it's a bit hard to diagnose, but also it's a rare thing. It's not that common in this part of the world. In terms of complications, number one, with the ulcers, if they're not well managed, especially in the private parts, can lead to fistulas or abnormal communications between where the short call anus and the private parts, because apart from the communications also can lead to strictures. So strictures means that it heals by closing. So urine doesn't do what? Doesn't flow out. So for such patients, you really have to have a good gynecologist on board, because you want to avoid those sort of what? Complications. Apart from that also, eye can be affected. Bechet's can actually go blind from Bechet. So Bechet is actually a multidisciplinary team. I was fortunate when I studied at the Bechet Center, the patients will start by seeing the ophthalmologist, go to the gynecologist, even the neurologist. Neurologists, sometimes they can get strokes, abnormal clots there. And then once that is done, they go to the rheumatologist, then they finish with the counselor. Because apart from everything, remember, mental health is very big in these particular patients. So lots of complications, apart from the strictures and the anatomy down there, isn't it? We can get abnormal clots, we can get also eye issues. So really have to be on top of things from the beginning. Thanks again for that question. In terms of what can we do for our patients who have multiple conditions, maybe it starts with us as doctors, because we can't know everything. We really have to work as a team. Like I give, for example, I was fortunate when I studied in Liverpool. It's actually a Bechet center. So all the patients of Bechet in northwest of UK come for attention there. And you can see from the diverse number of people there, we had the patient come, the consultation will last a whole morning. So you'll start with the ophthalmologist, go to the neurologist, go to the gastro, you go to the gynecologist, psychologist, then even nutritionist, and finish with the what? Rheumatologist. That's a very big team. And that's how it should be at the end of the day, because autoimmune staff are very, very multidisciplinary, and you have to have a good team that can coordinate everything together. So for us also as doctors, avoid having egos and accept work as a team. For the patients, on the other hand, is I think the unfortunate thing is that sometimes, yes, the signs of the disease are almost similar, but sometimes there may be differences in management. So what does that mean is that there may be no magic pill to cure everything. And that's the thing most patients don't get, that they want a pill to cure, and it cannot work like that, because Bechet's and myasthenia, yes, they're similar, but for example, myasthenia doesn't have ulcers in the mouth or ulcers in the periphery, so there may be additional medicine there. Myasthenia then causes inflammation with the eye, and that might be something different there. Bechet's will not cause muscle weakness, then that is associated with myasthenia, so the medicine may be a bit different there. So it's just to accept that all this, that there's no one magic pill, and the days that, yes, there are many pills at the beginning, but as you get better and better, actually we taper. You reduce, and the patient gets better. And number 3, also for the patients, is I don't know why in Kenya we are so apprehensive against mental health. Having all this, especially a young person, is hard. It's tough, because your normal friends are doing other things. They're going on dates, they're going hiking and all that. You can't, isn't it? But also some of the challenges, I know, like I know my patients will tell me that they can't get a spouse because they don't know how they tell the spouse, okay, I have this other disease that is here, that is all called HIV. You know, HIV that people fear the most. And how do I move forward from them? Because most people, when they tell their spouses, gets actually take off. And apart from that also, the pain that comes with the disease, the fatigue, the anxiety, the depression, we doctors may not be able to fully comprehend. Your caregivers will not fully comprehend. And you might be in that journey alone. But you need to find a way how to cope, how to adjust, make adjustments, because life has to continue. Unfortunately, my mama is saying, the grass will grow. Whatever happens, the grass will be what? Will grow. And we can't keep feeling sorry about ourselves, because life does what? Ultimately continues. So just to encourage them also, it's a difficult journey. A lot has changed in terms of management. We have better medicines, better treatment, better diagnostics. Things are getting better, and the future, the outlook is very, very, very bright. Thank you. So when I'm not teaching at the university, I have a small practice here at KMA Center called Liberty Arthritis. You're welcome.
Wow, thank you, Daktari. We really appreciate your insights. And to Marvel, thank you also for your honesty, your strength, and your voice. And to you who is watching, if this story resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow Behind the Diagnosis on 3K Media TV, and for more conversations that matter. Because here on Behind the Diagnosis, we believe that every story matters and every voice deserves to be heard. See you next time.
Shiphrah Organization, Circle of Love. Join us in making a difference.